Hello.
Hi. Hi, it's Lori and Dean Kane, and it's about to turn 2022 as of tomorrow night. And we just thought it would be interesting for all of our patients to know our history a little bit. Dean will be in practice 35 years this year,
And
which
it's
is
been quite an evolution. So it's wonderful to know where we came from and why are we here today.
Yeah, so we thought we'd give you a little background about how we met and how we started to work together.
So Lori, let them know where we met.
We met at University of Florida in Gainesville. I was a freshman in college and Dean was a sophomore.
I was a nerdy junior and I was trying to get through pre-med. And I met this wonderful, frisky woman, okay, who we enjoyed each other immensely. We ended up going, Lori ended up becoming a nutritionist through the University of Florida, and I ended up going to medical school at the University of Puerto Rico. Lori came down after we had married and began a master's in public health.
Yep, in Puerto Rico. It was only in Spanish, and I had to learn Spanish from based on my high school Spanish. The whole master's degree was taught in Spanish. So
with that and teaching biology at one of the Catholic schools, interestingly,
being a Jewish girl,
and going to the beach and enjoying the waves every day, we ended up in Baltimore for my undergraduate We ended up in Baltimore where both Lori and I could continue our educations.
So I went on to get my PhD at the School of Public Health at Johns Hopkins, which I loved. And Dean wound up going to Sinai Hospital where he got his general surgery degree. Residency. I loved Hopkins. I could have stayed there forever. And what happened to us was Dean decided while he was at Sinai in general surgery, he was going to go on to plastic surgery. So that meant that he had another 2 years beyond his 5 years of residency. And we wound up going back to University of Florida where he got his plastic surgery. And we had our daughter at that point. And I got a position at the University of South Florida in Tampa. We had every plans to stay in Florida, where I was going to be a professor at the University of Florida, South Florida in Tampa.
And I was going to find a group practice down in Florida, but that didn't work out.
No, it didn't work out. So there was a group here in Baltimore who wanted Dean to come back up, and I was super happy to go back to Hopkins. So it worked out in our way really favorably because while our family was in Florida, we really loved Baltimore, and we still do to this day. So I wound up going back to Hopkins and becoming a researcher and a future professor at the School of Public Health, and Dean wound up with the group.
Yes, in that group, I was doing everything: cosmetics, reconstruction, trauma, legals, emergency room, face and neck, cancers, decubitus ulcers.
Lots of ER work too.
Radiation therapy problems. It was grueling. So if you'll stay tuned, we'll tell you a little bit more. That took us from 1987 to 1990, and we'll continue our story in just a moment.